Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live. How are you and you and you and you? It's good to have you with us. We are live right here on the East Coast of the United States in the greater New York City area on the southern New England coast between New York and Boston. Busy day for us here on public television, actually, at 9:30 p.m. tonight. That's going to be cool. And that's for the Trans-Siberian Orchestra's fantastic holiday special, Ghosts of Christmas Eve. We co-hosted segments in the studio, and that's airing tonight. For those who are in the New England and New York area, you can see that tonight at 9:30 p.m. on Connecticut Public Television, CPTV, the PBS affiliate in Connecticut. And earlier today, we were on set at our other television studio, and we were doing the MLK Day Celebration Preview TV show. I've hosted that for a number of years, and it's a really wonderful show to host. A 30-hour, no, these shows are 30 hours, a 30-minute, half-hour television show previewing some of the upcoming events for Dr. Martin Luther King Day, which is Monday, January 18, 2020. And we bring in panelists and guests, part of the committee. It's actually a national event, 36th annual MLK Breakfast, which celebrates the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., life and legacy. Happens nationally. And we were working on the regional show, and I was hosting that. We put some pictures up on the Facebook pages for everybody to see. And Jimmy Fallon had some comments to say, and civil rights advocate Jane Elliott also as well, who's going to be a keynote speaker at that amazing event. Really, really fantastic. And they're going to be doing it all virtually this year. Usually they do a massive breakfast. This year they're going to be doing it virtually. So really beautiful to be a part of that project. I've hosted that for a number of years, and we were in the studio earlier today, the television studio, filming everything, and that'll be airing throughout the month of December and early into January of 2021, leading up to Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Good to have everybody with you and with us and with me and with the cast of characters, and we welcome you. And we do it, of course, in style, you and you and you and you. We have an international audience here, just a little eggnog for the holidays as our set becomes more and more holiday oriented. You guys have been commenting you like all that. And is my hair getting long or what? It's kind of cool. I was going to say, our guest said, I didn't recognize you when I saw you in our little queue window, Jim. Hasn't been cut since March. And it's kind of funny. At the TV studio, they had said the same thing, but they said, we really like it. Just a little bit of a surprise. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys are having a good day. We are in the midst of the holiday season, and boy, do we have an incredible array of holiday specials and shows and guests and so much more coming up for all of you. If you've just joined us for the first time, I'm Jim Masters, your host. We've been doing this show for about 35 weeks. This is fashioned like a television show, talk show, entertainment lifestyle talk show series. We do it every single day, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live on YouTube at Jim Masters TV and Facebook at Jim Masters TV. I do this work professionally as a television and radio personality, presenter, host, journalist, actor, writer, producer, voiceover artist, narrator, stage MC, and it's been a pleasure. And let's welcome some of our viewers here. Again, we have a spectacular guest, a legend in the business, somebody that also has a wonderful sense of humor. Sharon McNIGHT is here, award-winning actress and director, joining us in just a second. But first, we love to welcome our lovities. That's what our viewers call themselves, because I was saying light, love, and levity one time and sort of slipped up and we created lovity, and now the whole show is about lovity. Christine Clifton is here from North Carolina, and she says, greetings, Jim and lovely friends. We welcome actress director Sharon McNIGHT to the show tonight. Looking forward to a terrific conversation tonight. Absolutely. And coming up soon. She's actually live and direct from Hollywood today, and we love that. Good to see you, Christine. Mary Bishop from Florida. Hello, Jim and Lovities. Good to see you as well. Sherry is here. Hello, Mr. Lovity and all Lovities everywhere. Wonderful to be with you again this evening. So excited for the show. Thank you very much, Sherry. It's always a pleasure when you're here. Kathy Short says, happy Thursday, Jim, and our lovely family from Cleveland. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. In Cleveland, of course, is where A Christmas Story house was filmed. And Adrian Russ says, huge Sharon McKnight fan. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome. You're on the YouTube channel for Gym Masters TV. We would love it. If you haven't, subscribe and give it some love. Some incredible, great shows coming up. Tesla Bella is here. Hello, Jim and Lovities. Welcome, Sharon, to Lovity Hall. Good to see you, Tess. I hope you're doing well. Amy Schott says, hi, Sharon. Good to see you, Amy. Welcome to our show. Hope you can give some love to that YouTube channel, Gym Masters TV, while you're there. And welcome. Hope you enjoy the show. Marsha Murphy Watson is here. Hi, Jim. Good to see you, Marsha. Marilyn is here. Hi, Jim and our Lovities in Kansas today. Welcome, Sharon, to Lovity Hall. Tess says hello to Sharon as well. Avril Britton from the United Kingdom is here, from Hampshire in England. Hi, Jim and everyone on the show. Hope you all had a good day. Sending you all love from Hampshire in Great Britain. Nice to see you, Avril, once again. And Wozniak is here. Hello, Jim and all the Lovities. Hope everyone has had a terrific day. We sure have, and it continues with you here, Anne. Christopher Joseph. Hello, Jim. And hello, Lovities. Jimbo and all new guests. Thank you, Christopher. Crystal Nolan in Connecticut. Hi, Jim and everyone. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Looking forward to an exciting show with inspiring conversation and Lovity. Absolutely. We're all about it here on the Gym Master Show Live. Sherry says, welcome to Lovity Hall. Sharon, we're so happy you're here. Anne says, hello, Lovities, and happy Thursday. Good to see you, Anne, in Southern California. Kathleen Walker in New York says, hi, Jim. Hope all is well and you've had a good day. Hi, everyone. You as well, Kathleen. And Mostly Musicals is here. Yay, Sharon. Welcome, Mostly Musicals. You're watching on our YouTube channel at Gym Masters TV, where you'll find all the episodes, about 200 plus episodes of our series. Hope you will give some love since you're on a YouTube channel. Subscribe. We would love that. And thanks for being with us, Mostly Musicals. Bernadette is here. Hello, Jim and everyone else. Thank you very much, Bernadette. Tesla Bella, looking very handsome. Jim, thank you very much, Tess. I appreciate that. Juanita in South Africa. Hello, Jim and everyone. Good to see you, Juanita. Karen Campbell Green in Nova Scotia says, hey, everybody. Good to have you here. You're listening. You're watching. You're going to comment as soon as you get home. We love that. Love the color of your jacket, Jim. It looks excellent on you. Thank you very much. Celebrating the holiday festivities throughout the month with all of you here on the show. Maureen, hello, everyone. I hope you've all had a great day. Let's get our Lovity on. You got it. Absolutely. That's what we're all about here on the Gym Masters Show Live. Thanks for all these great comments. Jack Shallow says, so excited to see Sharon. Been following her for 40 years. That is incredible. And A. Dormeyer says, good to you from Portland, Oregon. Welcome. Hope you love the YouTube channel. Absolutely. And everybody's saying hello. Willie is here saying hello, Bernadette. And of course, saying hello to everybody else, I'm sure as well, right, really, Willie? And Jennifer, hey, Jim and people. Christopher Baker is here as well. Good to see you as well, Christopher. Let me tell you a little bit about our illustrious guest in case, hopefully we didn't miss anybody. We have so many coming in here. Nice to see everybody. Hello, Lovities. And Merry Christmas from Isigari in Barcelona, Spain. We love that. Merry Christmas to you as well. Our amazing guest is a veteran in the industry, and you've heard some of the comments from folks who, you know, I want to show you this. I tell you, she gets into the holiday season too, you know. We've got some amazing photos to show you, actually, of Sharon McKnight. She's really a very special person, and we're excited to have her here on the show. That is her now. And let me tell you just briefly about our illustrious guest. She made her Broadway debut in 1989 and Starmites, creating the role of diva. She received a Tony Award nomination as Best Leading Actress in a Musical for her performance and is the recipient of the coveted Theatre Worlds Award for Outstanding Broadway Debut. Her work is extraordinary and her work is epic. And we're going to show you some of it here exclusively on the Gym Masters Show. But let's welcome live and direct from Hollywood, the one and only Sharon McKnight. Welcome, Sharon. It's nice to have you with us.
Hey, good to be here. I mean, good to be somewhere, anywhere.
How have you been, and how are you doing through all of this craziness?
Well, I'm doing okay. I mean, I should be writing. I have, 2 shows that I've been promising people I was going to do the Randy Newman show and the Mae West show, and I haven't done anything on either one of them. Just, alphabetized my spice rack and, cleaned doorknobs. I mean, just it's crazy, crazy.
That is very, very funny. How about closets? Have you done closets? Have you taken up a new hobby?
Actually, I lost 32 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm waiting for my skin to catch up. And what I have to do is go through. I found out, because I've been wearing the same outfit every day pretty much, hanging around the house. I put on a blouse to do some kind of shoot, and the blouse was too big. It was like it was in my pajamas or something. So I have to go through and give all the 16s away, because now I'm a 12, I'm 12 again. Hey,
Right.
So all the gowns, it's going to be figure out which gown is going to go. I've already, pulled some of the pants and stuff, and I'm going to give them to a friend in back in the South, who moved away and left me by myself, and to a woman's shelter that's down the street from where I live in Hollywood. So.
That's very nice. Tesla Bella says, congratulations, Sharon, especially during COVID, because COVID, the rule is we have to be 6 feet away from each other, but we have to be 10 feet away from our refrigerators.
Yes, yes. Actually, I enjoy ice cream now. I give myself ice cream as a treat. It just, you only live once.
Right. Exactly. Now, you and I were talking about some of your East Coast connections, and people might not know or be up to speed that you actually did some work with Yale University. Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, it was the cabaret conference at Yale University. It was run by Irv Rabel, who owned 4 nightclubs in New York City. He had the Duplex, Don't Tell Mamas, Brandy's, and I'm going to forget the other one. 88's. He had really famous clubs, and he started in another group, and then he broke away from that group and founded the Yale Conference, and that lasted for 10 years. I was on the faculty for 9. I was the only one with a master's degree, and also did the comedy thing. That was, send it to Sharon, because she's the funny one, So, no pressure at all.
No pressure at all.
I tried teaching, not tried, but I did teach 2 comedy classes at Singnasium, which is the thing out of New York City.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And it's hard, because people who are in the nightclub business or cabaret performers, they don't want to be funny. They want to be serious and, slash their wrists and weep and stuff like that. And real Jacques Brel.
Of course.
And so it's tough, because they kind of frightened by comedy. And comedy is frightening because it's discipline. It's very meticulous. When you do a bit, you got to do it perfectly. It's very mathematical too. So.
Absolutely. How'd you first get into it? What were some of those early inspirations in your life, Sharon, that introduced you to this world of, comedy, the creative arts, acting, all of it?
Well, I started with, my father was a mailman, and on his mail route was a woman named Mrs. Jones, and Mrs. Jones taught piano, and my mother played the violin. She was in the symphony in Modesto, as a matter of fact, and so I had to learn the piano at 4th grade, and then I went on. I didn't like the piano because you couldn't take it with you, and it wasn't fun. You had to practice, and everything was moving. So my best friend in elementary school, Susan Alvis, she played the flute, and I wanted to play the flute too. So I got a flute. They got me a flute, and I started playing flute. And because I was an only child, they gave me dance lessons as well. I ballet, tap, hula, and toe. I was very creative in elementary school. I wrote little plays and things like that, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. I'm kind of infamous or famous for doing the Pussycat Parade, which I did in leotards. That was in 7th and 8th grade. Some of the boys at the high school still remember that dance, if you get my meaning on that one. So
was it a stretch to play that role?
No, actually, it's 3 different roles. There's a Siamese cat, the alley cat, and then what's the other one? I'm a pussycat from Siam. Yes, I am. That's the Siamese. I can't remember what the other one is, but I did a pantomime to it, with whiskers and hats and stuff. It was, it just ballooned from there, went way out of control, and here we are today, Jim.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, so I didn't sing. I didn't sing then, and I auditioned for Guys and Dolls at my junior college, and I sang a song that my mother taught me when I was a kid. I Love You, a Bushel and a Peck, which was from the show, and I opened my mouth and sang in this huge 1,000-seat auditorium at the junior college, and everybody looked up from their papers and went, "She sings too?" And that was it. The rest was history, Started singing, and then I recorded my own and produced my own records. Remember those 12-inch black things with a hole in the center?
Oh.
Yeah. And actually, the first 100, or was it first 1,000? I think the first 100 records were colored. The first album was red.
Yeah.
And the second album was blue. And then
Yeah.
after that, they were black. All just
the black.
regular vinyl. So
So
cost extra.
so in those years, what would you consider some of those early opportunities that really led to some of the successes that you've been experiencing ever since?
Persistence, stubbornness. maybe persistence is one thing, and then stubborn is really just go getting. I was a go getter.
Michael Colby says, sending a quick hello and hug to Sharon.
Hey, I did a show of
Yeah,
his.
he was a guest of ours as well.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah. Ralph says, good evening, Sharon and Jim and all the
Ralph.
lovedies.
Wow.
Christopher says, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Sharon, our newest lovedy. And Christine says, welcome, Sharon, to the Jim Masters Show live. Congrats, Sharon. You're now a lovedy.
Okay.
That didn't take long, huh? Happy you're with us tonight. There's, like I say, there's Oscars, there's Tellys, there's Emmys, there's Peabodys, there's Tonys. But how do you feel now being a lovedy?
Jiminy's, I wasn't prepared. I have
You don't have
no
a
words
speech
to
prepared? You have no speech prepared, right?
No.
But as everybody always says, I'm sure your feet are tingling.
Actually, I have socks on. They are.
Well, that's great. I'm glad everybody's welcomed you as a lovedy. So again, I think what's really, really cool about all of this is that, you've always been very passionate and you've always added, essences of humor. And that's essential, isn't it?
Well, you can't cry. We learned that with the crisis that we had in the 80s. World AIDS Day was like 2 or 3 days ago, and I did a program for them. I did a song for the donors who donate to the garden in San Francisco at Gold King Park. It was very moving. It's but we had to laugh through it. You know what I mean? Because
Sure.
you couldn't cry. There were too many people crying.
Absolutely. So take us again a little bit through some of those big breaks that came your way. You've predominantly been on the West Coast. I think you were born in Modesto.
Oh, yes, darling. Your mother was born in Modesto. And then college in San Francisco, and then I did the Broadway show. Well, I was on the road, for months. I played Germany for 5 years. I'd do 3 months in Germany, and then I'd stop in New York, and then I'd stop in San Francisco and rest and get a new show together. And then I'd go to New York, and then I'd go to Germany, and back and forth and back and forth. Very, very...
Yeah.
Very dizzying,
Are you still going back and forth now?
I still go back and forth, but I don't go to Germany anymore. It was just, it was, because I wanted to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't want to be on the road all the time. So I came home to San Francisco, and I was cast in Nonsense. And I was hard to believe, but I was a nun for a year.
You were a nun, yes.
Yes.
Our dear friend, who was a guest on the show too, and he was a dear friend, Dan Goggin.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Know him well. Oh, God. Don't do that. That's so frightening.
How apropos for this time of the year, do you have a holiday message for us as the nun?
Bless you. I don't know.
You did
Yeah,
that you did that like a karate chop.
well, there we go. It's tough when you're an atheist, you know. The good thing about being an atheist is that you don't have to buy Christmas gifts.
But can you receive them?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, of course. Bring
Especially
them
if
on.
they say Kettle One on the outside. That would be
Yeah.
nice.
So what was it like playing that role?
You know, that doesn't even look like me. It's so scary, isn't it? It was interesting because I
The
was
makeup department.
yeah, there was no makeup. There was no makeup. Boy, if you had makeup on, Danny could spot it a mile away. A mile away. If you got lipstick on, you know.
Right.
And I played the very strict nun, the second in command, Sister Hubert, Mary Hubert. And so I came out. It was pretty funny because they let me kind of do whatever I wanted to do in the beginning. All the nuns would come into the audience in the beginning and say and greet the people, and then I would walk out on the stage and stand there with my arms and just look at the people, and everybody would start to laugh. And then I would come down into the audience, and if I saw anybody chewing gum, they had to spit it out. It was a lot of fun, actually.
Did anybody confess their sins to you?
No, not really. I think they were kind of frightened of the nun that I played, because all the rest were kind of, this is so much fun, and then out comes, Grumpy. Yeah.
That is funny. There's some fantastic. We have a great clip here that I want to show. Tell us about this particular one, Santa and Ho, and I'll let you describe what it's about and preface this fantastic, funny clip.
Well, it's a sing-along. Mm-hmm. It's a sing-along, and it's called Santa Lost a Hoe. And I wish I could remember the name of the guy that wrote it, because I worked with him, and I want to say Jay Rogers. I think Jay Rogers wrote it. And it's just a sing-along, and this, I think, is at the AIDS Emergency Fund. It could be. Oh, no, I don't know. It's when you get your charities mixed up. Somebody said, "Oh, I did a benefit with you one time." I went, "So?" Benefit. I've been doing benefits since the beginning of time, for Pete's sake. The only time I say no is when I don't understand. It's one of those deals.
Has it been to your benefit?
Actually, in some ways, yes. But I just, you got to give back.
Absolutely,
it's important to give back.
So how does Santa and Ho involve giving back?
Well, it's weird, because if some people know my songs very well, because I've been doing it a long time, and I'm noted for those songs. And a lot of people, you can see them moving their lips. They're just, so I try to channel that energy so that they have a song to sing. And usually Santa Lost a Hoe is usually at the end of the AIDS charity benefits, because by then they're stinko, they've been sitting there and going, all these different performers have come up and done 2 or 3 songs, and the cocktails are flowing and everybody's having a great time, and it's for a good cause. And then by the time they get to Santa Lost a Hoe, they're ready to sing. Matter of fact, it's like crowd control, and I'm the only person that can control the crowd.
That's it. Well, let's see how she controls the crowd right now with Santa Lost a Hoe. Sharon McNIGHT.
Sharon McNIGHT.
Now, every Switzerland, everybody has to listen to people sing. We thought it was time that maybe you sang too. Oh yes, and I'm the only person that can do crowd control in the group, so I've been elected. So your part is the lyrics go like this: is no wait, lyrics go where'd the other hoe go? Okay, that's the lyric. And you'll sing it twice in every chorus, and I'll give you the finger when it's time for you to come in. Now the melody goes like this. Where'd the other hoe go? Let's try that. Where'd the other hoe go? Excellent, there must be some Mormons out there tonight. He's always been a belly full of laughs, sitting in his Santa Claus suit, posing for the photographs. But now he don't laugh so much. In fact, about 1/3 less. Old Saint Nick's got a problem. Man, he's in an awful mess, 'cause he used to go ho, ho, ho. Now he only goes ho, ho. Ho, ho. Where the other ho go? I don't know. But Santa's feeling mighty low. He used to go hidey ho, ho. Now he only goes hidey ho, ho. Where the other ho go? I don't know. Santa lost a ho. Now Santa is doing his best to get to the Christmas mood, making the little elves happy. He's the #1 Christmas dude. But there ain't no joy, 'cause just one toy is missing from Santa's shack. He never had a doll go AWOL once he got her in the sack, 'cause he used to go ho, ho, ho. Now he only goes ho, 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 ho. Where the other ho go? You have no listening skills. Santa's feeling mighty low. He used to go hidey ho. Now he only goes hidey ho, ho. Where the other ho go? I don't know. But Santa lost a ho. He better find that hoe before he flies on Christmas Eve. There's a Santa that's only got 2 hoes. No one will believe. So Santa, if you need some cheering, drop by on the way. Critzerland is gonna party all the way to Christmas Day. Just open up your sack of joy. Soon you're gonna feel alright. You're gonna leave here laughing, even if you're one hole, like 'cause he used to go ho, ho, ho. Now he only goes ho, 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 ho. Where the other ho go? Santa's feeling mighty low. He used to go hidey ho, ho. Now he only goes hidey ho, ho. Where the other ho go? Santa lost a hope, but I do know the best things in life, they come and go. Oh, Santa lost a
Oh, I tell
And
you.
you were almost, I saw you moving along, like re-singing it along with it, huh?
Well, here's the thing. I don't like to watch myself. That's one of the problems. So I was kind of singing along just so I could distract myself from looking at myself. You know what I mean?
Well, Bernadette, lots of claps on Bernadette. Mary says she's great. Marcia Murphy Watson, claps, smiles, and Christmas. Sherry on YouTube, Jim Masters TV, smiles and claps. Christopher Joseph, nice delivery, Sharon. And Wozniak says, such fun. Love it. Love it. Keep bringing it on, folks. Juanita in South Africa, where it's really late at night. Love it. Mark says, miss this. And Kathy Short says, oh my God, that's hilarious. Or I mean, OMG, that's hilarious. Bernadette says, so funny, need these chuckles. And Christopher says, hilarious, love it. That's a lot of levity coming your way here. And Mostly Musical said, Paul Rogers wrote Santa.
Paul Rogers, that's it. J. Rogers, I'm fine. Thank you very much, Mostly Musicals.
Yeah. You have any Kettle One in the house Matt can pour? Christine says, Nonsense is such a fun musical. Had to be a great experience when you were in Nonsense. That really, I mean, even that too, what you just did is so fantastic. It's very audience participatory, and you like to do that, right? Bring the audience into the experience. That's really important. I like to do that with this show and all my professional work. I know you like to do it too, don't you, Sharon?
Yeah, well, I have a couple of other sing-alongs too, so it's, we try to mix it up, and variety's the spice of life. Can't eat mashed potatoes every day, Well, you could, but it'd be boring.
I have Irish in me. I could.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm Irish and I hate mashed potatoes. I really do.
Oh my God. Do you really? Wow.
Fries, baby, fries.
You like the fries, huh?
Mm.
But it's still potatoes. You got to have that potato.
Oh, yeah,
It is in the
potato.
blood.
Oh,
The-
it's a vodka. Monopolova is a Polish vodka made out of potatoes.
That's right.
You can get it at Trader Joe's.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have a friend that works
Yes.
at Trader Joe's.
Oh, hey,
Wow.
let's work out a discount kind of thing. Can we on this, Jim?
I think during COVID, they get 20% off the employees because they're considered essential employees because they're doing yeoman's work, keeping the food going, you know? So, what would you go to Trader Joe's in Hollywood?
Well, yes. And then you get to see the little pets. They have a petting zoo, not a petting zoo, but a place that takes care of animals during the day. What do they call that? A nursery school, daycare for dogs, you know. And then you get to see little dogs playing around and looking out the window at you, and something to do. And Smart and Final is right across the street too. I mean, I have my priorities, and Wells Fargo Bank there is too. So
it's
a busy corner, and the marijuana store is down the street.
Down the street. What about Walgreens?
Far away, not close.
Far away. That's funny. So, do you patronize all of those places that you mentioned? Or
yes, I'm getting a deal now that I've mentioned them on your show. See. I get a kickback, you know?
Well, I was going to say, Bernadette's right there. Trader Joe's should love us for mentioning them so often. I'm always talking about their products. So we're big consumers of their products.
Salad dressing, best salad dressing.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Here is Disney. Tell us about the Disney clip. We have it here too. We're going to really showcase some of your brilliant and phenomenal talent, Sharon, with some of these great clips as we continue our conversation. Tell us about the Disney presentation.
Well, I didn't know that I did voices, but I did. Because I had when I was playing dolls, they would each have a different voice, and so I started doing voices and stuff.
So when you were first trying to connect to get on the show, and I was hearing that chipmunk, Minnie Mouse, fast voice, were you doing voices? Because it sure sounded like it.
No, that was just a bad connection, quite frankly, Jim.
It was very funny because she's talking, and it's like. It's very high, very fast, like the chipmunks. And she's looking at me. She's going, "Huh?" And I'm like, "I don't understand." It's like it was like there was a speeding up of a record or something. I don't know what tape, like a tape was advanced.
Sharon's on speed again. No, God help us. It was just voices that I did, and I would imitate people. If I could listen to somebody after a while, I could do them. You know, Tallulah Bankhead, Betty Davis, Mae West. And then all of a sudden, I started doing. Actually, Glenn Kelly was my piano player, and he's now in New York, in San Francisco, and it was like 1979 to be exact. And we're in Fanny's, which is a club across the street from Cala Foods on 18th Street in San Francisco. And all of a sudden, somebody said something, and I went, "Are you a good witch or a bad witch?" And all of a sudden, he started playing "Come Out, Come Out, Wherever You Are," and that was my master's thesis. And then I did the musical version of Wizard of Oz. And so all of a sudden, I started singing, and meet the young lady who fell from a star. Everybody kind of, their jaw dropped because I was doing the voices of Glinda the Good Witch and Judy Garland as Dorothy. So it's just a kind of a thing that happened. And since everybody was Disney, I thought, well, let's have a sing-along. Here we go, see that sing-along thing, get them engaged. And so we did this medley of Mickey Mouse Club songs, and Mickey, just the Disney kind of catalog of songs. And then I could do, the Snow White at the well, and, just a little bit of everything. I don't want to go to see a show, and I don't pay money to go see a show where somebody does the same thing on one level like this. I want to have some variety here, mixed it up. Come on, folks.
Yeah.
So this is, me just doing impressions when I first started out. This is one of the earliest medleys that I did, was Fantastic. The Disney medley.
Absolutely. Somebody's asking also for maybe some Betty Davis, if that could be slipped in before the evening is over.
I don't know about that. I would have brought my cigarette. Where's something that I can use as a cigarette? A blue pencil. No, doesn't work as a cigarette. No, bad. All right.
Well, one thing I can tell you, Sharon, in looking at your nice surroundings behind you.
Oh, yes, the light just came on. The automatic light. Yes.
Yes, very nice. Yes, very nice. Your place is definitely not a dump.
It's very eclectic here. It's very eclectic here.
Remember
A little
when
bit of
she would
everything.
say that? Betty Davis would say that. What a dump. Could you say that for us?
What a dump.
Very, very nicely done.
Actually, I did a show called Betty, Betty, Betty. There was 2 Bettys with a Y and 1 Betty with an E. I did Betty Grable, Betty Davis, and Betty Hutton. And I did the songs that they made famous and talked about the women. And had blow-up pictures, huge, huge blows, like 2 by 3 feet of each woman, and lobby cards from some of their pictures. It was a bitch to do and a bitch to take on the road, I'll tell you. Whew. But then you could have more than, 1 bag. You could have 2.
Oh, there's so many lines in what you're saying, but I'll leave them all alone.
Okay.
Bitches and bags and all these different things and
Yes.
Bettys and bets and oh my God. Ha 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 ha. Everybody's loving it. Karen says you sound just like Betty Davis.
Thank you.
Okay, that gave me chill. It sounds exactly. And she's got that Yankee, Massachusetts, New England spirit in her, as she's always said in the past. Betty Davis, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She came to Hollywood with her mother.
That's right. Can you do Joan Crawford?
No, I refuse. I can't stand Joan. No. I'd do a May for you. May, because May is easy. And she's just, so je ne sais quoi, you know what I mean? I like a little foreign tongue now and then. She has, actually, when you do May, you have to try to, I have a sneer on this side, just on this side. You have to try to keep your, no, smile. See, it's crooked. So I have to, if I do the Mae West show, I'm going to have to really work hard to keep one side up and the other side down. I can't, it's so weird looking at myself and I can't figure out which side. play the Disney
could
thing,
you
will
imagine, could you imagine if somebody just tuned in now and you're doing that? Like, is this a show on psychosis? Or,
yes, it is.
can you do the Elvis? The
Elvis.
Lip?
I actually did.
Do that lip bit.
Yeah. Now since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. Down at the end of our street, now heartbreak, oh Bill, I've been so lonely, baby. I actually did an Elvis medley in Germany, and I did Elvis. I did a bunch of his songs together, and then we came back to New York, and at Don't Tell Mamas, I had translated a lot of the songs into my German, my broken pidgin German, and yet seid my babies who listen me, ich habe nur place to leben, down up. I mean, it was nuts. I've done a lot of crazy things over the years. I really have, but you can't be afraid.
You can't be afraid. That's right. No. Life is short. And now with that, our segue to Disney.
Sing along, everyone.
Sing along, sing along. Okay, here we go. We're going to bring it back up and get ready for some Disney with Sharon McNIGHT.
Everybody, Sharon McNIGHT.
I was taller at rehearsal. Now, this is all about happy. I want to know what the happiest place in the world is. Disney World. That's right. Except they just raised the price of admission there, so it's not going to be as happy, I think. Yeah. It's going to be an arm and a leg and a couple $1,000 by the time we get there. Anyway, we thought this is a song that I did when I first started out in 1997. Count the rings on my neck, bitch. Good sir. We're going to do a little thing, and it's going to require that you sing along. Because every Wednesday, I can remember Annette and Cubby and Karen and, all the others, they're just having a song fest. And I remember the first song because it was Wednesday was the talent rodeo day. And so the songs go something like this. Giddy up ponies, here we go, down to the talent rodeo. Bring along Susie, Sal, and Joe. We're gonna have a show. Oh, who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? M-I-C-K-I-L-U-S-E. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Here's what the mess can be. M-I-C-K-I-L-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Forever let us hold our banners high, 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 high. Come along and sing a song and bring the jamboree. M-I-C-K-I-L-U-S-E. Salakadoola, mechakapoola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. You put them together and what do you got? Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Salakadoola, mechakapoola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. You can do magic, believe it or not. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Salakadoola, me. Oh, mechakapoola, but the thing about that does the job is bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Oh, salakadoola, mechakapoola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. You can do magic, believe it or not. Bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. I'm wishing for the one I love to find me someday. La 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 la. There's an echo in here. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go. Hi-ho, 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 it's off to work we go. They didn't know very many lyrics, those singers. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. Now this is the theme song. Please sing along. When You Wish Upon a Star. Here we go. When you wish upon. Makes no difference who you are. Makes no difference to you. Anything your heart desires will come to you. When your heart is in your dreams. When your heart, no request is too extreme. No request. When you wish upon a star. Like dreamers do. Good. Born in a mountaintop, Tennessee, Tennessee, the land of the free. Raised in the woods, so I knew every tree. He killed in my bar when he was only 3. Davy Prophet, king of the wild frontier. Davy Prophet, king of the wild frontier. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. M-I-C, see you real soon. Why? Because we like you. Give yourselves a clap.
Really?
She's nuts. She's very nuts.
Have you met her yet?
Yeah, I sleep with her even. I put up with her. I put up with her a whole lot, I'll tell you.
Who ends up with the covers at the end of the night?
Actually, I do.
That's of course. That's because you were the nun.
There we go.
That is funny. We have a couple more photo and much more of where that came from. Some great. Tell us the history of the chair that you're in that's making the creaks. It's a family heirloom. Some people think you're popping popcorn or ice pellets are hitting your window.
Actually, popcorn sounds like a good deal. It's my favorite food, as a matter of fact. Popcorn. This is a chair that was at my father's ranch, at the almond ranch that he had in Modesto, and it does creak. It probably needs to be re-glued, I'm sure, and so do I. That's quite.
I was going to say earlier, you were saying that was your knees popping, or
yeah. Arthritis. It's winter time now. It's time for arthritis. So no,
winter time in Hollywood.
Yeah. It's going to be 80 degrees next week. Somebody told me.
Oh my God! What are they going to do? And it's going to sprinkle.
It's water coming from the sky. Run! The dam is broken.
I was there on a TV shoot last year at the time when they do have those like rains where it's like an East Coast snowstorm for them, how they react. Like everything is like, and it's just like an inch or so of rain or whatever it is, but it's like everything stops there. Everybody's panicking because of the rain.
Well, they don't know how to drive either in the rain. I mean, I was in San Francisco. It rains there, you know what I mean? We know how to drive in the rain, but people, SUVs, don't get me started.
Did you say SUVs?
Yes, SUVs, yeah.
Mostly musicals, mostly musicals, says, with the excellent Gregory Neighbors on piano.
Yes, him. He is a composer as well as a accompanist. There's the producer.
What a great shot. That's a great profile photo, Amy. She goes, wow, I miss live shows and audiences. Nice to have you with us, Amy. And you said she's a producer?
She's a producer of mostly musicals.
Oh, fantastic.
On Mondays. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That was wonderful. I was looking at some of the clips. Love them, Amy. Christopher Joseph, a very clever medley of Disney songs. And Jennifer Barry, who's in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Oh, I know all these Disney songs. So cool, which is really, really nice. More coming in. Mary Bishop, I told you, you're going to be loaded with levity on the Jim Masters Show Live. From all around the world. Fantastic, Sharon. Love it. Maureen says, fabulous medley. Now I'm craving a trip to Disneyland.
Good luck getting in.
It's closed, right?
Yes, it is.
Closed, yeah. Bravo. Such a medley from Bernadette. Marcia says, I remember singing those songs when I was a kid. That's fantastic. We need positive. We need levity, humor, comedy, music, the arts. We need it all every day of our life, but especially now, wouldn't you say, with everything we've been going through collectively in 2020, Sharon?
Well, I started out, I was going to sing songs, and I saw everybody on the internet singing songs, and I thought, let's tell a joke, because it's hard to be funny. And so I started telling jokes. Some were clean and some weren't. And so that lasted about 48 jokes, 48 days that I told jokes, just because we needed to laugh. It's just, let that stress out. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Dying is easy. Comedy is hard,
You're right. Exactly. That's why that chair is really talking tonight.
Oh, I'll try to
Was that
say
the one
so.
that dad sit in that one?
I don't know. No, Dad had his own chair. He had his own chair. Yeah, this is a kind of a creaky chair. Maybe during the next song, I'll go get another chair.
Well, no,
they're all the same.
Well, it's interesting because the lighting has changed and you've got that kind of cool light behind you, but now the look with you, it's sort of, and the creaking of the chair. Ooh. I think that's got that whole feeling now with the chair. You sure that's the chair and not the stairs behind you?
Yeah, it could be.
Somebody coming down those stairs?
Somebody.
There you go.
We used to do this at camp
Yeah,
with our flashlights. just bring out the wrinkle, Sharon. That's right.
I think they always say make sure the light points down, right?
Actually, 45-degree angle.
45-degree angle, head tilt, lean forward. It rains in the winter in Cape Town. She's in South Africa. Traffic is atrocious even there. Faster and safer to walk. That's right. And Karen says laughter is the best medicine. David Todd says love and miss you in Chicago, Sharon.
Oh, for God's sake. Yes, I know that, but my boys in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. And the person that just said, oh, for God's sake she said it. Here's you, and you have a remarkable singing voice, Sharon. Very nice comment from Christopher Joseph coming
Thank
in.
you, Christopher. I do it for a living sometimes.
Sharon should have been on Halloween. Ooh. And that segues to this fantastic shot. You and Bruce Valanche, who was a guest on our show.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, we do an act together occasionally.
What's it called?
What is it called? Well, I can't remember. I have the poster upstairs. But he does.
I'm not Santa.
Yeah. No, he does his bits. I do my bits. And then we get together and do something together. It's funny. It's funny. We have a lot of laughs. He's Sagittarius too, so
oh yeah,
we're kind of a matched pair. And
Is he seated or is he? Is he seated or is he standing?
He's seated. And I'm sitting on his lap.
Okay. Yes.
It's backstage at the Marines Memorial Theater. We're going to be doing something for the AIDS Emergency Fund, I think.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Love this shot.
Oh my God.
You look stunning there. Actually, very beautiful.
Actually, those are two statues that friends of mine have in their backyard. And in order for me to get level with him, one foot is on the one statue and the other foot is on the other statue because they're very tall. They're about, I don't know, maybe 10 feet tall. It's
really?
Very precarious. I'm very precarious and I'm trying to look at ease. Welcome to show business.
Welcome to show business, trying to look at ease, but it really is a cool shot. And you look like you're accepting the award.
Actually, that picture was taken because I got 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards in show business. I got one in New York City from the Manhattan Association of Cabarets. And then I got one from the people in Provincetown as well the next year. So I had plenty of awards here. If you ever need somebody with an award.
With an award, you have plenty to spare.
Oh, yeah.
You make a buck if you put them on eBay.
Not a bad idea.
That's it.
Some of these places aren't even in existence anymore.
Not anymore.
How old they are.
Exactly. Yeah. We have another, we'll go back to some of these fabulous photos. This is another one here. This is the Housewife video. Tell us about this one.
This is by a friend of mine, written by Craig Carnelia. And it was part of a show, it was called Working, and it was like 4 or 5 different authors got together and with music, and it was called Working. And this is Just a Housewife. And Craig has written some songs. One of the songs he wrote is called, oh, for God's sake, Sharon. One of the songs, it took me 6 years to learn the song because every time I would start, it's called The Kid Inside, I would start to cry. And I couldn't get over the whole idea because it was so close to me and so touching. That's how I actually got my theme song, which is I've Loved These Days by Billy Joel. Is the first time I heard it, I cried. And I went, I can sing this song and I'll make everyone else cry. So it's kind of a punishment kind of thing. No wonder my initials are SM. You know what I mean? She's crazy that way. But this is a song that just... There's a pin drop. When Craig and I did it, we did a show together that a couple of different places. And when he accompanied me on the piano, and he had a note at the end that I sing the last words, and it went boom. There was a staccato note with an accent on it. And I said, here, do me a big favor. Could we please not put that last note in? Just let me have the last line. And he went, no, Sharon, this is my song. I wrote this song. You can't do that, blah, blah, blah. I went, just please, I'm telling you, it works much better dramatically if you don't put that last note in. And so we did the show and we're live, and I'm wondering if he's going to put that last note in, and he didn't. And so the last, you'll hear it, Just a Housewife. All of a sudden, it was quiet and still in the room, and then the wave came of applause that came crushing down on us on the stage. And I was right, you know what I mean? I'm a director. So anyway, this is that song. It's from Working. It's just one of my favorite. He's just the best composer. I wish he was writing now. He doesn't write anymore. He's just kind of like Tom Lehrer. He wrote it out and then he stopped writing. So Just a Housewife.
Just a Housewife. And here it is with the illustrious Sharon McNIGHT.
This is a song. It's when you know the composer. Thank God I didn't know George Gershwin, but it'll come to you tomorrow and you'll just laugh. You really will. I don't know who George Gershwin is. Google him on your smarty fart phones. Oh, this guy's, I've done about 5 or 6 of his tunes. We actually did a concert together. His name is Craig Carnelia. And we have some Carnelia fans. He doesn't write anymore, which is too bad. And this is a song from Working, the Studs Terkel musical. All I am is just a housewife, nothing special, nothing great. What I do is kind of boring. If you'd rather, it can wait. All I am is someone's mother. All I am is someone's wife. All of which seems unimportant. All it is just my life. Do the laundry, wash the dishes, take the dog out, clean the house, shop for groceries, look for specials. But it sounds so Mickey Mouse. Drop the kids off, pick the shirts up, try to lose weight, try again. Keep the troops fed, pick their things up, lose your patience, count to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All I am is just a housewife, just a housewife, nothing great. What I do is out of fashion, what I feel is out of date. All I am is someone's mother. Right away I'm not too bright. What I do is unfulfilling. So the TV talk shows tell me every night. I don't mean to complain and all, but they make you feel like you're 2 feet tall when you're just a wife. Nowadays all the magazines make a bunch of beans about family life. You're a whiz if you go to work, but you're just a jerk if you say you won't. Women slip says they think it's fine, that the choice is mine, but you know they don't. What I do, what I choose to do may be dumb to you, but it's not to me. Is it dumb that they need me there? Is it dumb to care? 'Cause I do, you see. And I mean to get everything. Really stop and think what a job it was. Doing all the things that a housewife does. I'm afraid it's unimpressive. All I am is someone's mother, nothing special. What I do is unexciting, kinda dull. Take the kids here, take the kids there. I don't mean to complain at all.
is busy, busy. All I am is like my mother. All I am is just a housewife.
Thank you. I'll tell him when I see him.
A couple of people said you could portray Marilyn Horn.
Oh my goodness!
Have you heard that
Actually,
before?
I actually wore one of the dresses that she wore on the Carol Burnett show. She was on the Carol Burnett show, and they did the skit on Mae West, and I had to do Mae West in Carnegie Hall with the Gay Men's Chorus, and they were doing a Hollywood thing, and I did Wizard of Oz, of course, and then I did Mae West, and I sang My Old Flame. My old flame, oh, I can't even think of his name. You know, I mean, it was a big party, and I wrote dialogue for the Gay Men's Chorus, and so I said, "Hello, boys," and they go, "Hello, Mae." I mean, here's, well, you know, I don't know, about 60 guys, and we did jokes back and forth, and I said, one of the final jokes was, "I'm a little tired. The two of you will have to go home." So it's just, she's crazy. What can I say, you know?
That's funny. Bernadette says all housewives can relate to that song.
Matter of fact, a friend of mine, I did that song at a club on La Cienega Boulevard, and my friend brought his mother, who has since passed away. But at the end of that song, she goes, "Right on!" I mean, she was like 80 something. It's just kind of taken back. I mean, because she had 11 children, you know.
She didn't pass right after, I hope.
No. She had a few more good days in her, I'm sure, but it was just, it was weird, you know, to have that happen.
To have that actually happen. Some more great shots we have. Did I mention that I'm Ralph Edwards and this is your life?
Don't pull that on me, I'll tell you. Have you ever seen some of those?
Don't pull that on me.
Well, because a lot of the people didn't want it to happen. When it happened to them, they weren't ready and they were pissed off. I can't remember who it was, but they always show those clips. I'll have to go to YouTube tonight and check it out, you know.
That's right. And do what Brett did. Smack the like on it. Subscribe. That is funny. Here's a cool shot.
Oh, Lord God. That's at the San Francisco Gay Day Parade. And they had a campaign at the AIDS Emergency Fund there that I worked with, and it was called Pennies from Pennies. You know, every penny counts. And they would have huge, big pickle jars in all the businesses, and people would drop in their change there, and then they'd give it to the AIDS Emergency Fund, and it would help people that were in need, and that was my benefit. But that was the Gay Day Parade, and I sang Pennies from Heaven, and I had these things that I'd sewn on my jacket that were big sequins about the size of a quarter, and I sang Pennies from Heaven, the disco version. We produced a disco version of it, you know. Every time it rings, and I did my own backup singing to the track, but I sang that song for like 45 minutes at least, probably an hour. One year we did Over the Rainbow, so I did that song for 45 minutes. And Stand By Your Man, actually that was the picture. I should show you that photo. I can get it off the wall during the next musical break. But they put me Stand By Your Man. It was the first year that it made the front page of the San Francisco Chronicle. They put me on a Jeep and strapped me to the Jeep that had a frame in it, and they put a skirt over the frame, and then I had on a top that you could only see from me above the waist, and I had then this huge wig, and I had this hat that's about at least a yard across, no, probably about 5 feet across, huge straw hat that they put onto the skirt, and then I went down the street on this Jeep covered and they had people watching so that the Jeep guy wouldn't steer into the crowd and kill somebody. And I'm on this thing. I was on there for like at least an hour and a half, and you have to line up at the parade in San Francisco at 9 in the morning. You know what I mean? And there's no place to pee. You know what I mean? It was, and I'm singing "Stand by a Man." Ah, youth, ah, me, oh Christ.
That is fun. And you loved every second of it.
Yeah,
Right?
well, when you see the picture, like I say, the next musical break, I'll go get it off the wall. It's on the wall because front page of the Chronicle. When I woke up on Monday morning, there I was. I went, holy Lord, what a crazy woman you are. I also started this thing, and I use it now for scratch paper, but I have started this thing called the Bondage Valentine, and I would send out Valentines to all the people on my mailing list. That was when we had stamps that we licked and, address labels. But this is the third Bondage Valentine, which is, have I got some bonbons for you? I had a friend who had this outfit. She used to, Leslie Tulips, bless her heart. Well, that was her stage name.
Well, I would hope, right?
She took off her clothes for a living, honey. Oh, I've known a few, I'll tell you.
I was going to say, yeah, we're looking for that one shot. There's another one we have here. I think this is it. And is this the Elf one?
The Elf song.
Yeah, tell us about that one.
Becky Menzie and Sherry Coons are two composer lyricists out of Chicago. And when I hear a song and it clicks and I go, I could do that song. I know I can do that song. And so Becky played for me when I appeared in Chicago. And Son of a Gun, matter of fact, she played at a leather bar when they had their 20th or 30th anniversary. I know all kinds of people here now. Okay. Anyway, so Becky and Sherry wrote this tune, and I said I could do this song because it's comedy, but it has to, the thing that is most important about comedy is timing. You know what I mean? You got to know when to blink and when to not blink and when to stop and when to pause. And so that's what makes comedy hard, is that it's hard to time, That's why people are afraid of comedy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. Let's take a look at that right now. That's going to be a cool one too.
I'm going to go get the picture
off the wall.
Yeah.
All right, she's going to go get the picture.
Have a good time.
That is funny. How many times have we always seen empty chairs on this? This is the show that is known for empty chairs. And there's another empty chair on this show. I have so many episodes where the guest has had to leave and went off to get something, an action figure, a picture on the wall, a drink, or they just had to disappear for a minute or two. And there is another. We're going to have a collection of episodes of empty chairs. All right. So she's getting that, and we're going to play that video for you. This is the Elf story. And let's get that queued up. Or she comes back with that surprise. I'll raise the volume here for everybody. And here we go.
We thought that since it was a learning kind of show about school and all that, I don't know that about school because I don't have any children. And we thought we would learn you a song. It's a very, very simple song. And in fact, it goes something like this. Don't you feel like skating? Your sweet and shiny eyes are like the stars above Laredo, like meat and potatoes to me. In my sweet dreams we are in a bar, and it's my birthday, drinking salty margaritas with Fernando. Young and wild, we drove 100 miles, a Texas highway. Say we across the Mexican border. As the day was coming on, we crossed the Rio Grande River, and we swore we'd have things our way. When we happened to walk in to the Nuevo Leon, your sweet and shiny eyes like the stars above Laredo, like meat and potatoes to me. In my sweet dreams we are in a bar, and it's my birthday, and we're having our pictures taken with Fernando. Okay, you got the lyrics? They always put me on at the end when everybody's really shit-faced, you know what I mean? And now I have to learn you a song? Hey, God, makes it tough. All right, it's going to be very simple. I'm going to teach you this song with the... It's a very short person is coming on later. I'm going to teach you the song with the lovely hula hands. I actually took hula for 6 years. Ballet, tap, hula, and toe at the Lane Twin School of Dance in Modesto, California. If you've never seen the hula, this is a wahine. Wahine is a young virginal girl. Don't make me come out there. Yes, I'm doing it from memory. Young virginal girl. She's doing the hula. The wind is in the trees. And she's walking around the island. This is called walking around the island. As you can see, it's a good-sized island she's walking around. Start the car. Now, it's very simple. So I'm going to teach you the words. I'm going to have one rehearsal. Then you'll be in show business. There might be a producer out there tonight. You can sleep with them and you can get the part or something, whatever, however you get parts in this town. That's why I work on the road a lot. You know what I'm saying? No. Okay. It's very simple. It goes like this. It goes, your sweet and shiny eyes are like the stars above Laredo. That's in Texas, where a former president came from, that we now wish we had that. Like meat and potatoes. Carbohydrates right here. Keto Cheez-Its right here. Meat and potatoes to me. In my sweet dreams, we are in a bar. They get that everywhere. Every foreign country. Bar. And it's my birthday. Now, if you speak sign language, you actually know that birthday is birthday. But I didn't think it was very tasteful, so I changed it birth instead. And we're having our pictures taken with Fernando. Okay, now you get one rehearsal. I'll help you along. Don't worry, Mother's here. I don't just push you out on the stage. I kind of like this room. Maybe I'll work here again sometime. Just my own act. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I'll pay you $20 later. Okay. So remember, you're sweet and shiny. They're new to this, so play a little slower because there are a lot of brunettes out there. One more time. Walk it in. Your sweet and shiny eyes are like the stars above Laredo, like meat potatoes, like meat and potatoes. To me, in my sweet dreams, we are. In my sweet dreams, we are in a bar, and it's my birthday. And we're having our pictures, taken. With Fernando singing on your sweet shiny. Like meat and potatoes. In my sweet dreams. And we're having our pictures, Give yourselves a clap. I think there's some Mormons out there tonight. In my sweet dreams, we are in a bar. It's my birthday. And we're having our pictures taken with Thank you, Mr. Nick. Thank you, Nick, on the lights and sound.
Gee. Standing O. Hey,
Not the elf song.
not the elf song.
A little surprise there, a little twist.
Yeah. Isn't
Stokes
that
wouldn't
weird?
have loved it. I like your
Yeah,
laugh.
that was weird because I didn't remember even sending that one. But
I like your laugh.
oh, there
Is
you
that
have
your
it.
laugh, or are you doing somebody else's laugh?
No, that's me.
It's hard to tell, right? You have voices coming out of everywhere.
Yeah.
Fantastic and funny from
Well-
Juanita. That's what it is. You got to take all this love and soak it up, Sharon McKnight. You earned
Okay,
it.
that'll last for about a week.
Well, hopefully, at least through the holiday season, atheist or otherwise, let it
Yeah.
run through at least New Year's.
Yeah, I
This
got a birthday coming up too.
is that what is that? The
What's-
birthday?
But it's the 18th, a week before Christmas.
Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
No, not particularly. It's, just another day. It's not like something, a miracle is going to happen. That's for sure.
You never know, in 2020, anything can happen.
Oh, maybe I could fall in love. That would be nice.
That would be very nice.
Yes,
That's
very
what Bella
nice.
said. Well, Gracie is no longer around,
Oh,
but George is always here every night.
you know that story about George Burns backstage?
Tell us.
Well, this is a true story because when he would sit in his dressing room, he never put his pants on. He taught me that lesson. He never put his pants on. He would be there in his shirt, his vest, and maybe his jacket. And he never put his pants on when he was sitting down because it would wrinkle his pants. And just before he was told, when they said it's time to go on, he would put his pants on so that they would not be wrinkled. Well, I learned that lesson a long time ago that I never sat in my pants waiting to go, in the dressing room. And I was doing a double act. This was at Yale with somebody very famous. She had famous parents as well. All the family was in show business. And she was a large girl, and she sat in her pants and waiting to go on. And when she stood up, there were all those horrible lines where, at the crotch that were wrinkled. It looked unsavory. And everybody would always laugh at me sitting in my underwear, waiting to get the call to go on. And then I walk out and I look, you're supposed to look like it came out of a band box. They used to be the expression. So it's you got a lot of show business quirks when you've been in it as long as I have. When you start performing in the 4th grade, you know what I mean? You're nuts. You're nuts.
There's nothing worse than wrinkles, at the area of the crotch. I mean, that's you might as well just call the show off, right?
Yeah, wrinkles anywhere. You're not supposed to
So,
wrinkles anywhere.
so George was onto something. It seems he was ahead of his time.
Yes, he was. Well, he, probably from the days of vaudeville. That's he learned that, and he had a wife that was very meticulous as well. Gracie.
Yeah. Oh, Gracie. Yeah, Gracie. Absolutely. They're saying happy birthday to you, Sharon.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Standing ovation. Well deserved. We love you, Sharon. Fabulous show. Love you, Sharon. Thank Jack.
Jack. Hey,
that.
I know you. The fisherman. Jack the fisherman.
Jack Shallow, right?
Yes. Yes, I know him very well.
And that was far from a shallow comment.
Thank you. He's probably heard that one.
Yeah, that's right. Hi, Jim and Sharon and Love It. It's a great show once again. Thank you, Mona. Love that. And happy birthday. They're all saying happy birthday to you as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which is really nice. Now, the next one, I believe, is the Elf song. Since we played that other one, let's play this one. And tell us about this one again, in case people didn't hear it the first time you said it.
Becky Menzie and Sherry Coons out of Chicago wrote this song. And, Trip Kelly, he's from Chicago too.
When you left to go get the picture off the wall, you know what Trip wrote?
Did I show you the picture yet?
No, not yet. But when you left to go get the picture, you know what Trip posted?
What he wrote?
Don't forget to flush.
Ha, ha, ha. Keep your day job, Trip.
Is he tripping over his lines?
Yeah. Wait a second. Now, do you want to see this picture now, or do you want to see it later?
Yeah, we could do it now. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. And we'll make it a
This
full
is Market Street, San Francisco, California. Let's see. Wait a minute. I've got to figure out. Can you get it?
Yes. And that's you?
Yep, that's me atop that thing. Wait a minute. There we go. That's Market Street, right in front of the Emporium. The old Emporium, Powell and Market Street. There we go.
Wow. And tell us again about the event and what was happening.
This was the San Francisco Gay Day Parade, and I can't tell you what year it was. It has to be about 84, maybe. And this is for the
84 years ago. What?
No, 1984.
Look.
Thank you. A good surgeon. No, it was 1984, I think, and it was the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade, and this was representing the AIDS Emergency Fund, which was the charity that I worked with for many years. I was honorary co-chair twice of that organization. Did a lot of good work.
Wow, what a dress! Great photo.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful picture, great dress. Nice, yeah.
There was a lot of fabric that went into that skirt, let me tell you. Whew.
I was going to say, how did you move around in that?
I didn't. I was strapped to the Jeep that was underneath the dress, the skirt.
Oh, you were strapped to that. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They don't even do that at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, as far as I know.
Yeah. And then one year I went as the Statue of Liberty. I wish I have photos of that someplace. And I was on a golf cart, and they said, you'll fall over because you have to stop and start so much of the parade. So they put down a stand which had a stick, and they put the stick up my dress, my Statue of Liberty dress, and strapped me to that stick so I wouldn't fall off the float. And then down Market Street we drove. I don't know if I sang on that one.
What did you sing? You Raise Me Up?
Yeah.
That's the Statue of Liberty. That's funny. A couple of comments coming in here. Merlin says, what was the dress made out of?
Well, just regular white sheet fabric, just cotton.
Was that what that was?
And then they had bows that were put on the thing. They were red bows.
Here's another one. Is that dress the one you're altering now?
No. Not that funny, Alan. Not that funny. Keep your day job.
It's all these comments coming from the rear. You have an interesting laugh. It really is. It's almost like a laugh that's starting up. It's not full there yet. It's like it's like the beginning phase of a belter. Beautiful, just beautiful from Tesla Bella.
I'm a belter, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
I opened my mouth one time and out came this huge sound, and just because I played an instrument, I think, because you learn how to diaphragmatic breathe breathing is coming from playing an instrument, and so that's how you're supposed to do it when you sing. So
Right, exactly, absolutely. We've got another shot here before we go to the elf.
oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh God.
You know, all night, ever since I showed this picture, you've been calling out for Lord God ever since.
That photo right there. Now here's what I have no qualms about doing anything.
Tell us the story behind this one, Sharon.
I was the MC. Hold on to your hats on this one.
I'm sure you were.
At the Mr. Rubberman contest in San Francisco, California. And this, my friend Jack Shallow, who was just on, his name is just on your screen. He's a fisherman. He's a fisherman. And those are his hip wader boots that he goes when he goes into lakes and streams and fishes. And I needed a costume and I wanted to have it made out of rubber. Well, Mr. Rubberman, it makes sense to me. So he brought them to me and I tried them on and they just came up just to cover up my chest, and they had suspenders, and so I kept them on with suspenders and walked around and did the show in this rubber suit, which were just hip wader boots for a man. I totally forgot all about that. What a klutz! That klutz! He's just
not just a klutz, but a nut klutz.
I have no qualms. I guess and that's a man's tuxedo jacket that I have on, and I can't tell what the earrings are. They may be the. I know what the earrings are. Yeah. The earrings are cocktail glasses. They're actually just a mirror cutout of a cocktail glass that has an olive inside. Oh my God, I still have them. They're my martini earrings.
So we could go back to this question and say, is this the dress that you're altering now? It's already been altered.
Yeah.
Waving Llewellyn in the Palm Springs, California area. And Jack says, those are my fishing waders I lent to Sharon for her show. And I tell you, and she really, you pulled it off beautifully.
I filled them. Man, in fact, it's so weird looking at these pictures and these videos because I weighed probably about 165, 170 pounds, and now I weigh 131. You know, I mean, whoo! I don't know where it went. It melted off. I guess I wasn't hungry.
Is that why you have that deadbolt lock on your front door? You don't want it returning, right?
No, it's not coming back. But just having to, oh my God, that is Sophie Tucker right there, and that is backstage at a hotel in Chicago. Oh Lord. Trip, if you're out there, what's the name of the Chicago? This is the Mr. International Leather Contest. I'm going for kinky stuff here, Jim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is backstage. There's a portrait of her because she played in the Palmer House. She played at the Palmer House, and that's her photo. And there was one of Carol Channing also, and then there was one of oh my Lord God, Mary. She had one name.
Mary.
There are a lot of people I call Mary. It's a lot easier.
As an atheist, you say Lord God more than people are atheists.
I should be a proctologist too, because I say shit a lot. The Palmer House. Oh, not Gertrude, Sharon. She sang French songs, and she only has one name. Gang. I can't remember her name. She's the sweetest lady. She was very elderly when she died, and it was her birthday. Jim Bob played for her. The Palmer House ain't probably that, but I can't remember. It was her birthday, and we did this huge convention.
You look like you're playing a game show. Do you want to phone a friend?
Yes, really, I do. I do want to phone a friend on this one because it's not Gertrude. It's not Guinevere. It's not Guinevere. It's one name, and she, darling, je vous aime beaucoup. Da 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 da. That's one of her big hits. But it was her birthday, and she couldn't come to the convention because she was very elderly. The convention was in San Francisco, and she was in New York City. So we were leaving the next day for Germany. I brought out my cassette player. Remember cassettes? I brought out my cassette player, and I said, hello, whatever her name was. God damn it, Sharon. And hello, well, somebody here wants to tell you something. And I held it up like this, and I directed everybody singing happy birthday to her. And so I put it in the mail, sent it to her, and she didn't have a cassette player at her house. So she got in the car with her manager, Don. I remember the manager's name, can't remember. Hildegard. Good, Sharon, you're not gone yet.
You've won the car. You've won the car.
I won the car, yes. And so they put the cassette into the car as they were driving across town to take her to the doctor or something. And all of a sudden she heard, 900 people singing happy birthday to her because it was her birthday. I thought she cried. I mean, it was just one of those things that you just, life,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Incredible. Got another shot here. And again, that's that one there. And then we've got another one here.
Oh, this
Godmother, Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Are you going to
this is the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade, and I'm with Rita Rocket. Is to my is picture left. Rita Rocket started a program where she would go into Ward 5B, the AIDS ward, the first AIDS ward, and once on Sundays and feed everybody home cooked food. And we did fundraisers for her, and we were both chosen to be the honorary co-chairs of the Gay Freedom Day Parade. I think that was 1986. And because I had done a lot of benefits and fundraisers for AIDS charities there, and so this is the first time they picked two straight women, anybody straight, to be the honorary co-chairs of the Gay Parade. So it was kind of a milestone. A lot of people got in trouble for that.
I would thunk it. We've got here's another one.
Oh my God,
Pat
Carroll, yes. It's so weird because she was the original Ursula in Little Mermaid. Mm-hmm. And they were going to do this thing where you could do a sing-along, teach-along thing. They had it's on the internet, actually. You can go on YouTube and hear me do it. But that night was the night that it came out with me singing the part that she originally did for this instructional tape. And so my agent at the time was friends of hers, and she was visiting from Cape Cod. And son of a gun, he invited me over for dinner, and so we had our pictures taken together. She was she's such a lovely lady, and I remember her from all the quiz shows in my days, but so she listened to me singing the song that she originated, she was so kind. I just a great lady.
Absolutely.
Oh Lord, that's the rodeo. Those are the rodeo days. I did the rodeo. I guess we must have done four rodeos, maybe. It was the Reno Gay Rodeo. So there wasn't a lot of bull riding, you know what I mean? There was a lot of bullshitting.
There seems to be a running theme here.
Yeah, well, it's this, and here's the funny thing is that, so I had a country western band, and we would get in the plane. I had two backup singers, piano, bass, drums, guitar, fiddle, and herding all these people into a plane to go to Reno, and then we'd rent a big car, and drive with all the equipment and set up and do the Reno Gay Rodeo. But and I taught myself how to yodel. I was watching the Tonight Show one night, and Johnny Carson had one of my favorite heroes, Roy Rogers, on, and he said to Johnny, "I can teach you how to yodel." And Johnny couldn't do it, and so I sat there and watched and listened, and I went, "Yo-dee-dee-lee, oh-doo-doo-doo, hey-dee-dee-lee, oh-doo-doo-lee, and I went, well, I can yodel. And so we added a yodel tune. The famous Patsy Montana, the yodeling cowgirl, had a song called "I Want to Be a Cowboy Sweetheart." And it had a whole yodel break in the thing. And so we would do that at the Reno Rodeo. Yeah.
Very
See,
cool.
you gotta have a myriad of talents, a myriad of
I'm going to
talents.
say the letter that comes to mind when I think of you is V for versatility.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes. Case in point.
Oh.
People say you should bottle up and sell your laugh. They love your laugh.
Oh, great. Now you're making, and now I'm conscious. Now I'm laugh
now,
conscious.
you're trying to alter the laugh. Oh. So tell us about this one. That's a cool shot.
I did a Christmas show for several years in a row, different songs each year. It was called Twisted Xmas, where we did songs that weren't normally done by people. There was no, little town of Bethlehem, none of that stuff. It was, but and they were a lot of comedy songs, and I had to have a postcard for it. And so I thought, well, I could put on a Santa hat, and I looked through my boxes of props and stuff, and I saw that ostrich feathers, and I went, wait a second here, and so that was the postcard we sent out for the Twisted Xmas show.
Very cool.
Yeah. But and here's every Christmas there used to be a benefit for a lot of AIDS charities, and so I was, always everybody would sing the serious songs, and of course, we count on Sharon to come through with something that nobody has heard of. Merry Christmas from the Family. That song is written, I can't remember by who now, because I haven't looked at my music in so long, and I wasn't planning on doing a Christmas show. But it's the opening lines are, Mama got drunk and Papa got drunk at our Christmas party. We were drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog. Little sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We didn't know what to think about him until he sang, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. I got some weird ones. I got some nasty ones too.
I would imagine for hearing Merlin in Canada asks, do you do voiceovers?
I tried. Well, I moved to LA. That was what I was going to do, and we started in doing it. And then all of a sudden, it became that every voice had to be recognizable.
Yeah,
for all these animation
super
things.
Celebrity voice.
Yes. And so and then I got an audition for. They were up there right off the highway, and then they were sold to Turner Broadcasting. Turner bought them out. I can't remember the name of it. Not Terry Tunes, but something like that. They were very excited about me. You go into a room, and they have a pile of papers like this with a little drawing of a cartoon character.
Looney Tunes?
No, not Looney Tunes.
There's a question for you from Llewellyn.
Performed the Christmas show with the Palm Springs Follies. That looks like one of the costumes. No, I did not perform for the Palm Springs Follies. No, first of all, I was too young to get in the beginning, and then it folded. So there you have that. That was an ongoing thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very smart thing. But it was
Yeah. We have Elf again, and we're going to talk about that and show that. That's a really cool one too. Everybody's going to enjoy that. And get that queued up here. Here we go, folks. Enjoy this one. You're going to and have some fun. Are you getting sad? I hear some sniffling. Is this very touching for you, Sharon, to see all the photos and the videos? And
no, my nose is running because I have hay fever. Sorry to disappoint you.
I was gonna say we didn't bring you to tears yet. Wait till we bring out the little children and the puppies.
Oh, Lord God.
Lord God again.
I'll probably pee on the carpet. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that chair is funny. That chair is moving.
Oh, that's it.
The chair is moving even when you're not.
It's a talking chair.
I was going to say, if that chair could talk, oh, Lord God. I tell you. All right, we're going from this to elves. It's a holiday themed episode of the Jim Master Show Live. Here we go. Right. I like that last one. It's like a karate chop. Okay, here we go. Light, love, levity, and lovity on the Jim Master Show tonight. And mayhem. Here we go.
So who has perfect parents? I've struggled to forgive them. There are questions left unasked, for I was destined to outlive them. But in searching through our memories, we understand ourselves. This is one woman's story. I was raised by elves. My father's name was Grimble, a cobbler's elf was he. My mother's name was Sniglet, we lived in a hollow tree. But Grimble took to fairy dust, he said it set him free. Mother buffed him for a leprechaun, and Keebler bought our tree. I woke up on St. Patrick's Day, and Mother's fling was over. She had found him with a brownie underneath a four-leaf clover. She moved us to the North Pole. Once again we were adrift. Mother worked in Santa's sweatshop on an 18-hour shift. And then I went to high school, managed to get straight A's. Went out for the track team, desperate for anyone's praise. Somehow I held it together. It wasn't easy, Lord knows. But I ran a 7-minute mile in shoes with pointy toes. I wound up with an ulcer, addicted to my letter. And Mother lost her job again. She had run afoul with Santa. So I never went to college. I got no scholarships. I went to work for Keebler in serving chocolate chips. And that's the job I'm doing today in that same old hollow tree. And there are times I ask, could things have been different for me? I see snapshots of my parents on my memory's dusty shelf. And I know they did the best they could. They were raised by elves themselves.
Such a sweet song. Such a sweet song.
It really is, I tell you.
Yeah, it spins there at the end. I like that irony at the end, you know.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And you like performing songs like that too. I mean, you're like I said, your versatility, Sharon, is really truly amazing. You are a versatile person. You know, what are some of the things that continue to inspire you to create and be involved? I mean, obviously, you love to interact with people, and you like to, lift their day and put smiles on their face and get them thinking. Which, can always be a challenge. Our key is in all these wonderful careers we have is to make everything look effortless and easy. And it's not always easy to make everything look effortless and easy. There's a lot of hard work and toil and everything behind the scenes. But what are some of the reasons why you love doing what you do all these years?
Well, when people ask what I do, I always say I'm an entertainer. I'm not really a singer. I'm an entertainer, and I'm supposed to make you laugh and make you cry. If that's the job that I have set out to do. And when I did the Sophie Tucker show off Broadway, that was, she was an inspiration to me as well, because she made people laugh and cry as well. And she worked hard. She was a woman by herself, really, except for her piano player, which no girl can live without, who sings, that's for sure. But inspiration, I like to make people laugh. I've always liked to make people laugh. I was a goofball as a kid, and it just stayed with me. So, that's my job.
Well, Bernadette says, Sharon's a trip. No, she's a whole vacation.
Good one, Bernadette. Good one.
Right
for a living?
Have you recovered serious songs?
Yeah. A matter of fact, Craig Carnelia, who wrote the Housewife song, also wrote a song called Kid Inside. That's the one that took me 6 years to learn. I do serious songs because you can't, like I say, you have to have an up and down mixture to make a good set to go see somebody. You can't sing the same monotone stuff. It's gotta have variety. Variety is, I guess I'm a variety performer because I do impressions and I do voices and I do comedy and I do serious. Desperado is one of my favorite songs to sing. That Eagles tune.
Oh yeah.
Such a beautiful, beautiful song. And if you really act the piece, and the most important thing in the song is the lyrics. The lyrics are so important. If you can communicate the story and tell the story, then you got half the battle there. I mean, so that song has to have a build. Things can't stay monotoned. They have to have dynamics, and that's another thing that a lot of people lack. They just sing the song, This isn't piano. I'm not doing piano bar, folks. This is, I do this for a living, Marilyn May does this for a living. Sharon McNIGHT does this for a living. It's just, it's serious business. Comedy.
How do you define it? Because, there's such a versatility to what you do. How do you define what you do? And can you define it? Is it always morphing and changing?
It's just plain, pure entertainment to take you on a high and take you on a low. That's just the job is always trying to mix them all up and trying to make people kind of, I guess, the element of surprise is also one of my favorite things, Just keep them guessing what you're going to do next. It's a screwball. I mean, how many people go around wearing hip waders as a outfit on stage? I guess, hello, or strap themselves to a Jeep and go down the street and sing a song for like an hour, 20 minutes.
How many people have a Gilligan on their set?
That's it. Look out, I'll go out and get my dolls upstairs, I tell you.
Oh, I should have known. I would have done that. And the genie bottle, of course.
Yes. Oh, that I used to have one of those. Not that color. It was a smoke glass, and it had a very expensive Jim Beam liquor in it. I think my father was given that for Christmas one time because he was a mailman, and people used to give him socks of liquor.
So then that story. You know that the prototype for that Jimmy Genie bottle was a Jim Beam bottle.
Oh my God!
Because it's shaped.
Yeah.
It was the same. That's how they came up with the prototype for the TV series.
For God's sake.
Yeah. And here's something to make you smile.
Oh, that's cute. Clown. Yeah, Lord, I was a clown. I was a clown and a witch at the parks, for the Parks Department. I used to be a storyteller when I was going to college. I would come home for the summer and I would get dressed up in whatever it was. I was a clown for a while, and then I was a witch, and I had a wax nose.
Noses, yeah.
And it's so hot in Modesto during the summertime that my nose, I had it going pointed up like this, and all of a sudden it would start to droop like this. So I went to Mrs. Wright's snow cone truck and got some shaved ice and would stick my clay nose or putty nose in the ice so it would kind of freeze up a little bit. And then I could go tell the stories to the kids so the nose wouldn't fall.
That is funny. Remember the episode of I Love Lucy where she had that clay nose and she's talking to Richard Widmark or something. She lights the cigarette and the tip of the nose on fire when they go to Hollywood, supposedly. If Ricky has a movie deal or something. Oh, look at Adrian says she also had to sing The Rose at an event with Los Angeles Gay Men's Chorus, a song she was not supposed to sing and knocked it out of the park. We had Amanda McBroom on the show who wrote that song.
She was supposed to sing it.
Oh, really?
She was supposed to sing it, and something happened in her family that she couldn't do the event. And so I guess she said, Sharon did the show with me because it's part of a show called we did it at Pasadena Playhouse. Adrian, help me if you will. And so I knew the tune because I had to do something love it is. I did the harmony part. I knew all the lyrics, and I'd already done it. Matter of fact, we did this big thing at the at one of the big theaters on Nob Hill in San Francisco, and there were 4 different acts: Nicholas Glover and Ray, Michael Greer, Ruth Hastings and Company, and me. And 3 out of the 4 of us sang The Rose, and the producer wouldn't decide which one could just keep it. So he let us do all 3 of us did the Rose. And it was, boy, the papers took that and ran with that one. I tell you, because Greer said, I was in the picture, The Rose, so I should be able to sing it. And Ruth and her group said, well, we've been doing that song for a long time. And I said, I don't give a shit. I'm going to sing it because I sing it better than all of you. So anyway, I had to be Amanda McBroom with the Gay Men's Chorus. We actually rehearsed out in the parking lot of the Alex Theater in Glendale, California. It was
Glendale, California. Isn't that where that preacher came from? Dr. Gene Scott. He used to do the late night preaching, late night.
Oh my God.
He would yell and scream at the camera at night if you didn't pledge your money. And
he had white beard at the end.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he'd wear the hats and everything.
Yes.
People, yeah. Glendale, California.
Yeah.
Yeah. And A says the other Amanda McBroom song Sharon does is sensational. What's the other one?
Well, there are a couple. Let's see. One of Those Days. It was cut from the show that we did, but let's see. The alarm went off this morning like so many times before. The alarm went off this morning like so many times before. You rub your eyes and barefoot you go walking to the door. But the dog has left his dinner in the middle of the floor. And as you put your foot down in it, you say, it's gonna be one of those days. Da, dun, dun, dun. It's a great tune. It's great lyrics. She's a funny lady, very lovely lady. She said she was on your show.
She was a guest on our show, yeah.
Ah, good. Oh, well, I'd like to see that show because she's a pistol. She really is.
We had a good time. It was right on the. You can find all the episodes on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV.
Okay, good.
Here's another cool shot. Tell us about this one.
Oh, Lord God. Boy,
Lord God again.
Well, for some reason, I did Dorothy and the Wizard of because I do all the Wizard of Oz. That 8-minute section where I do all the Munchkins and the
Here's the
mayor in the corner.
You know? Looking for? Is that what you were looking for?
Life's a Stitch. No, that's not it. That's not it. Life's a Stitch. No. Yep, there we go. Songs to Offend. But this is a Dorothy thing, since I do the Wizard of Oz and I do all the Munchkins and the mayor in the corner, all that stuff. And I had to have a costume made for some reason. I still have the costume. And somebody in Chicago at a leather bar, I hang out with the best people. Atlanta, made me those shoes. And those are actually shoes that they got and glued on red sequins so that I had ruby slippers. I still have them somewhere. I save everything. My feet grew bigger. I can't wear them anymore, but I still have them. You know what I mean? You just can't throw. Oh.
Lord God. I'll say it for you. Lord
okay, thank
God.
you. Yes, there she is. That's Sophie Tucker right there. That's the last gown. We change into that at the very end. And, of course, this is the encore because it's got the fur and the feather. Getting that feather on in 10 seconds is very exciting. When you take a bow and you don't have on the fur, you only have the handkerchief and the dress, you walk off and somebody shoves something in your head like this and clips it on like this, and you hope that it's staying straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have to go back out, walk again, and bow again, and hope that
Ah.
you don't look like a fool. You know.
Yeah.
And then you go back off stage, and then you come back with the fur, and then
Yeah.
you finish the show. I mean, it's layered. It's encore.
That is
So
cool. That is cool.
there's a lot of beads. That's the first dress I wear is Sophie Tucker. I haven't had that dress on, and that's me probably weighing about 165 instead of 131.
There's a theme running on this show.
Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. That's at Pac Bell Park, and I'm singing the Star Spangled Banner right there.
What was that like for you? Must have been an honor.
It was. That's the second time I've sung it for a professional team. The first time was the 49ers at the old Candlestick Park, and that was exciting. And then the next year, actually, they started winning big time. That was when Joe was there. And then this is the baseball game. Weird. It was weird because they're very meticulous about their grass there. They comb it and rake it and everything. And they went, all right, now don't walk over here and don't do that. Follow the microphone cord. Follow the microphone cord. And then they get you whipped up enough, and then you can't hear yourself, to the track. I mean, it was pretty fun. It was a lot of fun because they got it for free.
Did you get free hot dogs?
No, dang. And I'm not a beer drinker, so there you have that.
That was funny.
Yeah,
Cool.
actually, it's I have a huge American flag here that I usually display.
Really?
Yeah. I've got to get that out. I have a little one that I put out when I remember. But people are leaving their flags out, and they shouldn't leave them outside. They're supposed to come in at nighttime.
Right. That's true. Exactly right.
Girl Scout training comes out every once in a while.
What are some of the things you really love about the entertainment business, and maybe some things that would surprise somebody who's watching, who maybe is watching it live and going to watch it in the archives later, who's considering a career in these industries? Should they just stay and be an accountant?
Well, you've got to be ready to be put down and have a thick skin, quite frankly, because it's not an easy career choice, because you're going to be disappointed, and some people will not recognize your talent, perhaps. It's just you got to be hard knocks. You got to be able to take the punches and roll with the punches. And when I first started out in 1959, it was tough because it was the liberation time, and I started in gay bars, and finally, no one knew anybody's last name. Everybody knew everybody's first name, if that was their real first name. It was tough because people would get really drunk or stoned or something and fall down, and it was just sad to see people that were having problems trying to come out of their let it be known that they were gay. It was tough, a struggle for many people. Probably still is for some people. I don't know.
So you would say the person, because we've had these conversations before with other guests, don't go into this for the fame. Go into it for the love of the craft, because there's a lot of work and toil that goes into all of it, right?
Yeah. And actually, a lot of people, when I was teaching at Yale, and even students when I taught at City College in San Francisco, they expect to happen overnight, and it doesn't happen overnight. It really doesn't happen. Maybe it does now with all the media bullshit that's going on, with Star Search or whatever those shows are.
Competition shows.
Yeah. It's a lot easier because you have better exposure, but some of the people have no. They may be a flash in the pan, but you got to put in some hard work.
Yeah. What when you look at your extraordinary and lengthy career, Sharon, are there things that you still would like to do, accomplish, redo? expand on, duets with? I mean, there's so many things that you can still do. Anything that is out there that you're reaching for that's on that list?
Well, there are three things. The Randy Newman Show is one. The Mae West Show is another, but the Mae West Show would be more like a musical, and I would have to. There would be more characters than one in it, because I have to have 4 dancing boys, which means a set, which means props, costumes, and a budget, big. And but the show that I always liked to do, and I wished it had gone further, was songs to offend almost everyone, which became 2 CDs, quite frankly. And it was a 2-act. There was a 2-act version and a 1-act version. I did the 2-act version at the Lucille Lortel Theater in Greenwich Village in New York for 3 nights, and it was such a fun joy, because we opened with "The Dumber They Come, the Better I Like 'Em, because the dumb ones know how to make love," which is an old Eddie Cantor song that I found.
Right.
And then we closed the first act with "Strange Fruit," that Billie Holiday tune. She claims she wrote it, but she didn't. A professor who adopted the Rosenberg children. He and his wife used to do it at political labor rallies. Strange Fruit, and we closed with that, and it was odd because we just walked off stage. The lights dimmed down, and we just walked off stage, and no one clapped. And that was the intermission. And then we opened up, and I can't remember what the opening of the second act was. But, I had all these crazy songs that I had collected. And a lot of old joke songs, What's the one about parodies, a lot of parodies. Passengers will please refrain from using toilets while the train is in the station. Darling, I love you. Therefore we urge constipation when the train is in the station. If the train can't move, then why should you? Something I can't remember.
The train can't move. Why should you?
Yeah, right. So I did all these parody songs, from military tunes. And I did a lot of research, and I did. It was almost kind of like a lecture on nasty songs, because a lot of them were written during wars. Mm-hmm. When men had to go out and kill each other, they thought that maybe a funny song might help the stress.
Take the stress away, right?
Yeah. And so I had a bunch of, Army songs or Navy songs, Marines, stuff like that. It was interesting. And Randy Newman has written a lot of stuff, and I'm a big fan of his. God's Song is one of his, and Political Science is another, about dropping the bomb. And it's just, it was educational as well as entertaining.
When you look back, did you ever think that your career would take you to these levels and these heights and these experiences early on?
I hadn't really thought about that. I just love to make people laugh and cry, and just figure that they could escape for a little bit of a while, by coming into my spell, and a lot of people who never really went to cabaret or a nightclub act always are very excited that they have come, and they're happy, and they feel better. Well, that's my job, to make you feel better,
Exactly. As much as it is therapy for them, it's therapy for you as well, isn't it? Everybody wins.
Yeah. Well, it makes me happy that I can make people happy,
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of sadness out there. And oddly enough, the irony is that a lot of people that make people happy are the saddest people of all.
True. A lot of comedians too,
Yeah.
right? That come from backgrounds of, not so happy childhoods. And right. Yeah, absolutely. How was your childhood a happy one with the family?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was kept busy because I had the dance lessons, the flute lessons, the band, the orchestra, everything, So it was, kept busy, and both my parents worked, so to allow me to have that privilege.
Any of them in the entertainment industry, the family?
No, my dad was a mailman who actually
Right.
wanted to be a rancher, and he was also a chef. He cooked. He cooked the band, Thomas Downey High School band's annual spaghetti dinner. He and his fellow members of the Eagles Lodge would do spaghetti dinner, green salad, French bread. The mothers would bake cakes and bring homemade cakes, and it was only $1.
Ooh.
Yes, all the spaghetti you could eat. He also cooked for his lodge, the Eagles Lodge. So all his lodge brothers came to help in preparing the food to raise money for the band. And my mother was a secretary who wanted to be a doctor, but that didn't happen. And she was a musician. She was a violinist in the Modesto Symphony when she was in high school. But they had to sell her violin to raise money to pay taxes. So she never played again. So got na 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 na. Yeah,
Merle, do you play the flute?
yes,
now?
I played the flute. I played classical flute for 6 years in school. But I still play the flute every once in a while. I get it out, and it's so hard because you get all dolled up with the lipstick, and then you play the flute on the stage, and have to wipe off the thing. I mean, it's. I play the piccolo too, as well. Which
Do you really?
yes, well, it's the same embouchure. It's the same fingering. It's just the baby of the family, and that was what we played in the band. My flute. I still have it. It's a Haynes. It was a very famous brand a long time ago. It's sterling silver. And in a marching band, our high school band was infamous for marching and formations and all this stuff, real pro. And you would swing your instrument back and forth as you marched down the thing. Well, my parents just didn't see me with a $500 instrument swinging it back and forth out in the middle, outside, with all these other people. So I got a piccolo, and so that was the easiest thing to play. But the embouchure, so and there's always that in Stars and Stripes Forever, that obligato thing. Actually, I did that in my act. I whistled it.
Did you?
What? See, I haven't whistled in a long time. Whew, that my embouchures.
But
My
that was really,
embouchures.
I was going to say, that was really good.
Well, I haven't whistled in a long time.
You didn't lose a tooth or anything. I mean,
No, it's a bit. You have to pucker up someone.
oh, do you have one handy play a tune?
Yeah, I wish. They're all upstairs in drawers.
And she's already gone upstairs to take things off the walls to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, really, what do you want? Blood?
Yes.
You'd be surprised.
Have you ever said that? Have you ever had a heckler? And if so, how'd you deal with it?
Oh, yes.
How does one deal with a heckler, Sharon Knight?
Well, we just put it down as either you ignore them and let other people handle them, or you just tell them and tell them to stop, doing that. You can be wise ass and start a little battle of the wits, and I kind of always win. I did have one heckler at the end of my Sophie Tucker show, and I can't remember the line. And you wrote the script too, Sharon. We had the big finish of the show, and I went to say Sophie's famous expression that is not known by many. And as I paused, somebody in the audience said the last two words, and everybody stopped for a second and just gasped. They couldn't believe that somebody has just finished the show for Sharon McKnight. Well, that was stupid. Anyway, so I kicked the guy's ass. I just said, I can't remember. It was at the Plush Room in San Francisco, and I kicked his ass, and then we finished with the song. It was Life Begins at 40. No, some of these days. Then I went to Some of These Days. Well, everybody was freaking out because it was so tense in the room. This guy, finished a famous line. It was like, why do chickens cross the road? And that guy went, to get to the other side, hello. And So these two got up the date, and when the lights came back on, they exited fast as they could because they were frightened that all the people that were in the audience, because it was packed, would rip their limbs from their torsos, you know. Yeah, there have been many hecklers, you know. It's just you get somebody and fill them up with some liquor, you know, and they
And then
think they're
that's
funny.
it. Right.
Yeah, they think they're just the funniest people you ever saw, you know.
And usually far from it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Only
Yeah.
they think they're funny. They and
Yeah.
their shadow.
Yeah.
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 That's it.
It's not an easy business, you know, but
No.
we knew that coming in.
You think he must have been a fan because he knew the show?
No, he knew the line. He didn't know the show. I think they were new to the show, but
Yeah, he knew the line.
I mean, I can't remember what it was. I know. It's from birth. Here they're going to do Sophie Tucker, but you know, from birth to age 18, a girl needs good parents. From 18 to 35, she needs good looks. From 35 to 55, she needs good personality. After 55, and I took a breath, and he said, cash. That's it. He said the word cash, and everybody went,
Yeah, and your toes started to tingle, right? And you started
Yes.
to twitch.
I wanted to come out there and grab him by the
By the ears.
We did, when we did this show, when we did the show Songs to Offend Almost Everyone, I did it with Joan, my pianist Joan. Oh, I can't remember her last name. I'm doing so well. Anyway, I planted this fart machine. I got this fart machine at a gag store. There was kind of a subtle reason to do this because Erwin Drake, who wrote, Mary Louise. What did Erwin Drake write, Sharon? The famous song. It was a very, I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. Real serious. I believe that somewhere in the great somewhere, a candle glows. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, and I had the little button that you remotely push. And we had planted it underneath a table in the nightclub. And every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, and people, I did it slower, of course, but people kind of looked, one person looked around. Then the second time it farted, a lot of people were looking around, trying to see who was making this gas, because it was the Songs to Offend Almost Everyone show, and I just couldn't miss this opportunity. And Erwin had been a real nasty son of a bitch to me. We were doing this show at Town Hall, and I was cast in one of the parts singing one of his songs, and he didn't like the way I sang the song, or he didn't like me. There's something about him. And so he cast somebody else, Liz Calloway. He cast Liz Calloway, and she did the part, and there was 3 people scene or something like that. And so then when I came and did my songs in the show, because he'd never seen me sing before, and I got the first standing ovation of that town hall presentation, and the only standing ovation of that town hall presentation, all of a sudden he apologized to me afterwards at the after party. But so I kind of got back at Erwin too.
Yeah, back at Erwin too.
Yeah. She's mean.
She's mean, and she has that snicker. Has a little sinister in there, right?
Yes.
There. You can't tell, right? Is there a character you would love to play in a movie or what have you that you haven't played yet?
Well, see, I've played Sophie, and I've kind of played May over the years. I still like to do May. I love May. Just she's so. Both of those women were ahead of their times. You know,
Yeah.
They were just up front, and they were almost exactly the same era, just different locations. Because there was only an 8-year difference in ages, actually. I don't know. I can't. I'm not that happy about doing Mrs. Lovell. No. I liked doing. I did Adelaide and Guys and Dolls. That was a lot of fun. And I've done Dolly twice,
Mm. Mm.
but I can't think of anything that I'm really.
Who are some of the folks that you have always admired? I mean, did you admire folks like Phyllis Diller and Tony Fields and some of the?
Yeah, I opened for Phyllis one time.
Did you really?
Yeah, in Walnut Creek. I opened for Phyllis, and we couldn't stay to see her half of the thing because we had to get on a plane and fly to Minneapolis for the gay parade in Minneapolis. I don't know how I got to Minneapolis, but they found me somewhere and brought me to Minneapolis. And mosquitoes almost ate us to death out there. I remember that one.
Are we going to have lunch with Mary and Rhoda out there in Minneapolis?
Yeah. Somebody else that I admire. Estelle Getty was a friend of mine. I liked her. She was a lovely woman. And Hildegard, of course. Julie Wilson is a pal of mine. We were roommates at Yale when we taught at Yale. And so I got to know Julie very, very well. Sweet, sweet lady. Just a real doll. Just a real doll.
David Todd says, thank you for the laughs. Chicago misses you. Now go have a spinach salad with bacon.
You see, I'm famous for several things. One is The Wizard of Oz, and the other is the song Bacon, which is by Mary Liz McNamara. And you can see it if you go to my YouTube channel. I think it's on there, but it's the Bacon song, and I'm kind of known for that now. And people send me, bacon greeting cards and, bacon toothpicks and bacon this, bacon that. When I did the Disney medley, people would send me Disney stuff. And I mean, it just kind of goes with the territory. When I did Teddy Bear's Picnic, which somebody gave me a hand puppet that's a koala bear, and I would sing the Teddy Bear's Picnic and animate the koala bear, and his name was Pumpkin, and he would rub his eyes and then go to sleep. At 6 o'clock, their mommies and daddies will take them home to bed because they're tired little teddy bears. Da, 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 and he would fall asleep on my shoulder. I got a million of them, Jim.
I was going to say, put on a pot of coffee and let's go. A couple of comments that came in here. They're saying that you could obviously be a fantastic Sophie Tucker that you've done, as well as Mae West as well. And you are the best, Sharon. Love you.
Okay.
Would love to see you in person.
Me too.
I was going to say. And did you jingles? I mean, it probably means, do you do jingles?
Do I do jingles?
Or do you jingle?
Yeah, I jiggle. I juggle. I guess I could jingle too. You know what I mean? Jingles. Now, I see that doesn't happen anymore. But like I say, the business changed.
Jingles. Yeah.
The business changed, and now we got that woman that does Kaiser all the time, who was from the White House show. Oh, I can't think of now. She has a comedy show, but she's the voice of Kaiser Permanente. Everybody's got an identifiable voice.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Others, I also admired, of course, Don Rickles, Buddy Hackett, Johnny Carson. I would sneak up late, get up late at night when I was in probably 6th grade on, and turn on the television. One of those big box things, huge
furniture,
big knobs. And I would slowly pull it out and go click, and then I'd stay up and watch the Tonight Show when I was, from probably 6th grade on. Yes, probably 6th grade on, and I was never caught. Thank God for small favors. I guess my parents were heavy sleepers, but I just learned a lot just by watching Johnny. Timing, how important timing is.
Fantastic timing, absolutely. Sid Caesar too, and
Sid Caesar, Imogene Coca, Carl Reiner, Mel Brooks,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's you got to learn by watching,
And
and
learn by watching and doing, exactly. Yep. Well, this was a real honor and a pleasure, my friend. Could you believe we've been chatting for 2 hours and 20 minutes?
No.
You've been sitting in that stiff wood chair for 2 hours. The chair's not even really creaking anymore. I think it fell asleep.
I think my legs are asleep.
This was really a lot of fun and a real
Well, thank
pleasure
you,
to
Jim.
chat about your life and see you perform with some of those great clips and go back a little bit in some of the great productions with the photos and all the levity from our viewers around the world and comments and questions and everything. You are definitely welcome back anytime. And I certainly hope the show met your expectations and you had as much fun with me and enjoyed it as much as I did with you.
Well, thank you. I had a great time. I just seeing a lot of that stuff reminded me of some old stories. And people go, "Why don't you write a book?" I go, "Why don't you write it for me?"
That's it.
All right.
That laugh. They're going to hear that laugh for the rest of the week, the viewers.
Okay. Sounds good to me. At least I'm laughing.
That's right. I tell you, you really are a joy. You're really a treasure, and wish you nothing but continued good health and blessings. You're welcome back anytime, Sharon. And I hope when I'm out there on a TV shoot or something that maybe we'll get together, break bread, and
Yeah.
pour wine, what have
Oh,
you.
yeah.
It would
That's
be,
even better.
forget about the bread, right?
Yeah. Well, wine and bread, cheese. We have to have cheese too.
Cheese. That's right. Then you
Cotswold.
then you could really play the flute. Couple last minute comments coming in here.
Uh-oh.
Mostly musicals. Watching on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
Subscribe. Lots of hearts. Thank you very much. Karen in Nova Scotia says Sharon is now one of us loveties. I told you, you're a lovety here on the show. Marilyn in Wichita, Kansas. Thank you, Sharon and Jim. Well, you take care from Merlin in Canada as well. Bernadette says, thank you, Sharon, for a fun evening of laughter and songs. Happy holidays. Marcia Watson says, we had a blast. Thank you very, very much. Let's see. Mr. Masters, have you done something? You have done something no one else has done. Have Sharon sit for 2.5 hours. Nobody's ever done that, huh? The nuns never did it. Nobody. That means you're having a good time, and it doesn't really feel like 2.5 hours, does it?
No.
It goes by. Yeah, that's what all the guests do say.
The sun was shining when we started, for God's sake.
It was. Now it's this is the late night one. Thank you, Sharon, for a wonderful evening.
Thank
Love
you.
and laughter. Tina says, thank you, Sharon, for sharing your stories with us. Hugs and happy holidays from the Poconos.
Oh.
Have you ever visited or played the Poconos or the Catskills?
I played the Catskills in a murder mystery
Oh, did you really?
at Grossinger's. At
Grossinger's.
Grossinger's. The blandest food I have ever had in my entire life.
Right. Adrian, thank you very much. Thank you,
Composer.
Jim. Yeah, thank you. Composer, we should have Adrian come on as a guest too then. Thank you, Jim, for this fabulous evening with Sharon. Nobody like her. You're a terrific interviewer. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you very much. I appreciate those comments. Kathleen Walker says, stay safe. And thank you, Sharon. And she's in good old New York City. And David Todd is toasting as well. We toast for watching as well, David. And Mary Bishop says, this was a lot of fun. Thank you, Sharon. And Juanita is still with us. And you're welcome.
Her last name is Bishop, so I thought
Mary Bishop, that's right. Thank you for a lovely conversation. A lot of laughs, Sharon. Keep well. Juanita is up late. It's 2-3 a.m. in South Africa. And she's,
Lord.
Yeah. And they're all saying you're welcome back anytime. Amy misses you. And it was wonderful having Amy here. Kathy Short says, thank you, Sharon, for a delightful evening. Stay safe, stay well. Sharon, thanks again for really having a wonderful time with us as much as we have with you. It really was a pleasure. And I hope you have a beautiful holiday and you keep well and stay well and keep us all laughing and doing your thing. You really are not only a hoot, but you are a class act all the way.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Jim.
You're very welcome.
Stay out of trouble.
That's it.
I'm leaving the studio now.
Cross at the green, not in between.
Okay.
And Amy says, thanks for the mostly musical memories and more. Alan says we all needed this.
Oh,
And,
good.
you know, the levity and lifting people's spirits, because we certainly need that more than ever.
That's my job.
What are you going to do next? Make that spinach and bacon sandwich? Or are you going to soak in a Calgon bubble bath or something?
I'm going to rehang the picture I took off the wall. That'll take about half a year. Me on a ladder. See you later. Bye, everybody.
George and I say good night.
Oh, George. Good night, Gracie.
Good night. George behind the scenes story too. That was cool. Take care, Sharon.
I will.
Happy
Bye.
holidays. Bye now. She was a blessing and is a blessing. And wasn't that a lot of fun? You're watching the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. And if this is your first time joining us, we welcome you. We are here, believe it or not, every single night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live with entertainment, conversations on location segments. We talk about everything you can talk about in life with guests from all different backgrounds, not just music, not just comedy, not just Broadway, Hollywood, television, or film, but science and health and wellness and food and inspiration and you name it. And we have a December to remember with amazing guests. We've already kicked it off already this week. Really, really fantastic. Thanks, Jim, for another excellent show. You are very welcome, Bernadette. And Alan, thanks for that comment as well. My pleasure. And we have some absolutely amazing guests that are coming up as well. And just wanted to thank Sharon McNIGHT for joining us here on the show. She was truly a blessing and a lot of fun. We'll leave you with that picture of Sharon. That really is a cool one. She really was wonderful. And a lot of great stories too, right? Very open and honest, and a lot of wonderful stories going down memory lane there with her. She really is a legendary performer, award-winning actress, director, singer, all of the above. Absolutely. Speaking of legendary and amazing people, we have music legend Holly V. Maxwell tomorrow night. This is going to be unbelievable, the amount of music and incredible material we have. That's Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on the Jim Masters Show Live. Then live and direct from Ireland, we have the very popular Irish band Corner Boy. They're going to perform live for us on Saturday. That is at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Ireland, England, and Scotland. And that is this Saturday. That'll be on our YouTube channel exclusively. We also have on Saturday nights, two-time Grammy-winning producer, songwriter, musician, performer, Dennis Scott joining us. That's going to be really, really cool and a lot of fun as well. We can't wait to have Dennis on the show. Saturday, live and direct from Ireland, we have an extremely popular singer, folk singer, and pop singer, and so much more. Roy Buckley is going to be here, 3 p.m. Eastern. And that is noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Ireland, England, and Scotland, exclusively on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Other guests, you can find out the listing of all the guests coming up on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, also the Facebook page, Jim Masters TV. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, we would love that, and click the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And you can comment as well when you subscribe. So Roy Buckley is here, and other guests coming up. Connor McGinty. He is a brilliant singer and songwriter as well, a musician, cousin to Damien McGinty. Emin O'Hanlon is coming on. He used to be with Celtic Thunder. He's an incredible Irish American baritone. Bobby Horowitz is coming. She's an amazing performer. She'll be here next week on the 9th. The jazz vocalist and dear friend Tammy McCann is going to be joining us as well. The incomparable Sir James Galway and Lady Jean Galway are going to be with us. James Galway has sold over 30 million records. He's one of the world's premier flautists, originally from Ireland. They live in Switzerland. He's going to be here live as well, coming up on the 18th. That's Friday the 18th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Keith Harkin, originally with Celtic Thunder, amazing singer, is going to be with us as well, and songwriter, musician. And Darren Holden, who was with Riverdance and the High Kings, going to be with us as well. And so many more. Of course, we always say here at the end of our show to relax, take care of one another, love yourself, breathe from the diaphragm. Not every day is going to be perfect, but if you relax, it makes the day a little bit easier because A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, for sure. Don't forget to smile, everybody, and share a smile. Don't forget to share some of our well-known levity that we've cooked up here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Find your Zen place. Of course, the ocean, growing up here on the coast in the northeastern United States, the East Coast. The ocean is one of my Zen places. Of course, working in my career in television, radio, and stage. Another Zen place, all the different places I work and have worked over the years, television and radio and in studio, on set, on location. Love it all. Another great Zen place is with family and friends, loving family and friends, cycling, tennis, writing, music, and so much more. We do thank our wonderful friends at LMG for their time, attention, their love, and support of our show as well. We love Lamkin Music Group and LMG, so we thank them very, very much, as always. And we thank all of you. You guys are the best. Mary Bishop, thank you for being you, Jim. Good night, everyone. Thank you. We appreciate that, Mary Bishop. You have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow with an amazing show with vocal legend Holly V. Maxwell. She's incredible. Good night, Jim, from Kathy Short. You are very, very welcome. You have a good night, too. Jim and everyone, please stay safe, stay well. Bernadette, you as well. Kathleen Walker, have a great night. Good night to you as well. Holly V. Maxwell, absolutely. It's going to be amazing tomorrow, Lynn. You know all about it. It's going to be really, really cool. That's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Maureen, fun stuff tonight. Sharon's talent and humor are sensational and made this evening very enjoyable. Thank you very much, Maureen. We love that. Tina, thank you, Jim, for another uplifting, joyful evening. You always bring smiles. Thank you very much. Really looking forward to Holly. Excellent, Alan Winkler. We appreciate that. Glad that you're going to be here regularly as well. Thank you, Jim, for all these shows and for all you do. My pleasure. Thank you, Jim, for this amazing evening. Wishing you and all a very good night. We appreciate that. And take a picture off the wall and spend 2 hours trying to get it back onto the hook. That's what she's going to be doing. And I always have fun here. Sharon was such a delight. So funny. My pleasure. And Ralph, thank you, Ralph. Appreciate that as well. Another terrific comical interview. Absolutely. It was a real hoot, wasn't it? Thanks, Jim, for another excellent show. It is our pleasure. And we wish you a wonderful rest of your evening. We had a busy day on the radio tomorrow, and then more television shoots, and then we'll be back here tomorrow. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. And also Holly and Ike Turner stories. She's going to be sharing those tomorrow. So you're going to want to make sure you tune in. Holly V. Maxwell is going to be here. Thanks for a great night with Sharon. She was fascinating, talented, entertaining, lots of insights, great, much needed laughs. Levity Hall is smiling tonight. Thank you, Christine and Juanita. Great show once more. Thank you, Jim. Good night, everyone, and keep well. You as well. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I am your host, Jim Masters. Once again, thanking you for your time this time. Till next time, another great show. Happy holidays to you all as we are experiencing beautiful holidays. We've been dressing up our set here and ourselves with a holiday spirit, trying to put you in a good mood and celebrate together as we've been for 35 plus weeks, over 200 plus episodes day after day. Absolutely amazing. And thanks to all of you for the liking and sharing and tagging and subscribing to the YouTube channel, liking the Facebook page at Jim Masters TV, Instagram, Twitter, and just having a good time, just joining us and enjoying yourselves. That's what it's all about. Entertainment, lifestyle, talk show series where light, love, and levity, or levity as we call it, reigns supreme. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on the Jim Masters Show Live. Have a good night. Bye-bye.